Section 1.7 is solving multi-step inequalities. Our goal is to solve linear equations and inequalities in one variable. On page 60, we have you can model the situation and solve it with the inequality 337.50 plus 7.50x is greater than or equal to 500. In this lesson, you will learn how to write and solve multi-step inequalities like this one. You solve a multi-step inequality in the same way you solve a one-step inequality. You use the properties of inequality to transform the original inequality into a series of simpler equivalent inequalities. So for example 1, we have what are the solutions of 9 plus 4t is greater than 21. Check your solutions. So our goal is always to isolate the variable. So right now we want to get all the constants on one side. So I want to move this positive 9 over to the 21. So since we have a positive 9, we can subtract 9 on both sides. 9 minus 9 is a 0 pair. Bring down your 4t, and then 21 minus 9 is 12. Since we were adding and subtracting, not multiplying or dividing by a negative, we keep the symbol the same. Now we have 4 times t, and we want to isolate the t, so we will undo the multiplication by dividing both sides by 4. When we divide 4t by 4, we get just t. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and since we divided by a positive number, we keep the sign the same. So our final answer is t is greater than 3. Now it says to check your answers. In order to check our answers, we can do two things. The first thing we want to do is plug in the value that we got. So we're going to plug in 3 and see if that is equal to 21. So 9 plus 12 does indeed equal 21. So that's the first part of the check. Part 2 of the check is to pick a number greater than 3. Since our final answer said t is greater than 3, we want to pick anything that's greater than 3 and see if we get something bigger than 21. So for example, we could choose 4. So we can say 9 plus 4 times 4 is greater than 21. Well, we'll see. So when you plug in 4, you get 9 plus 16, which gives us 25, and that is indeed greater than 21, so it checks out. To check an inequality, you do need to check that the number that you have on the right will make this first equation true. So you want your left and right hand side to equal each other. Then you want to be able to pick a number that is either greater than or less than, depending on your symbol here, the number you had on the right, plug that in, and it should make a true statement. If both of these do not work, something went wrong. This next slide has all that work written out with explanations added in. And now I would like you to solve the following inequality and check your solution. So we have negative 5y minus 2 is less than 8.